Good morning to you, my friends. I'm Cork and this is Sandustry, and today we're gonna grow some beautiful flowers, I think, because we've got seeds everywhere. We just unlocked, where are you? That's right. I didn't unlock them. I have to research them. I can research planter box. There we go. Firstly, though, well, not firstly, because I just did that, I'm gonna research gun as well. I really want this. Okay? You cannot take this from me. Toolbox, gun. Okay, I'm gonna put you right there. It's quite small, the impact zone, but it's very quick. I think in the long run, this is going to be good. Now, I'd really like to upgrade my grabber, so I really want to find Fluxite. Dig deeper into the cave systems. Fluxite is a magenta crystal that enables you to upgrade your tools. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let my factory just sit here for a little bit. Hello. It's a little spooky in here. What is this? Crackstone? Ice. Melt ice. Whoa. Fluxite! Well, that was not very hard, and this is not digging very deep into the earth, let me tell you. How much ice is there here? Is this a significant source of water? Hold on, I don't want this to escape just yet. Well, it'll just rain back down into here. Okay, that's fine. Well, Fluxite. Upgrades unlocked. Look at the beautiful magenta color. It's lovely. Okay. Well, you got it. Material scanner shows more information about materials when hovering. I should really unlock the minimap, shouldn't I? Expanded capacity. Increase maximum grabber size from 5 by 5 to 33 by 33. Uh-huh. Yes. How much did I get? 140? I can't afford any gun upgrades. That's okay. We're gonna upgrade the grabber. Shows more information about materials when hovering. I don't know if I need that yet. It's only 10. I might as well. I'm gonna wait to see how viable the gun is before I upgrade digging speed, because I might never use the diggers again. Ooh, more Fluxite. Glad I checked over here. Now that is neat. Is it different? It shows what I'm gonna break now? I don't know if that's different. What was this material? Indestructible. Very strange material. Shatterstone. That's what it was. Destroyed by a gun plus... I don't know. Interesting. So now it'll show me when I need to break it. That's indestructible. Stone needs to be destroyed by some kind of drill-looking thing. Okay. How much ice is there in this cave? Because I could use a new water source. It's starting to look like there's not much left. Nope. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Because I've completely, well, not completely, but pretty much run out of stuff to do over here. And I kind of want to make a new base. I'm going to invest in the map and the sprint boost. Flare gun. Unlocks flare gun to light up dark areas. Also probably very handy. Let's explore a little bit. See if we can find a new place. It's raining. That's lovely. Find a new place with a big water source. Either in a cave, or there's another eye over here. I have not explored over this way. I'm curious. Is this randomly generated or not? Because the beginning area seems a little not randomly generated. What is this? Ice? Ice. So I could melt an entire mountain's worth of water. Oh, it stops over here. Hold on. I'm getting an idea. I need my foundations back. What if we just go like this? Build a great big wall over here. You know? And then we take our friendly flamethrower and just melt this mountain. Suddenly, we've got lots of water. I think this is a lovely idea. Now, hang on. Let's just, well, let's start with just the left side first. Got a little bit of raining happening. That's alright. How far in does the ice go? Holy moly, this is a lot of water. Okay, we might be in business over here, guys. Yeah, it's gonna rain, but that's okay, because it's just gonna rain back down to here. This is huge. Okay, so we've got water figured out. Now we gotta find some materials to put in it. And then I'm going to design a beautiful, wonderful factory. Now that I understand this game a little bit better, I'm going to be able to make things super efficient. Well, we've got a very large supply of water here, with more to go as soon as I want to take out these other peaks. Perfect. Alright, now let's try and find a spot where we can funnel all of this steam and make it rain to make a lovely pond of water to work with. We could just send it down this mountain. Let's dig out a big old pit here, fill it with sand, and well, hopefully this doesn't take forever. Let's see, actually, how deep does it go? There's already stone there. We gotta find a deep spot. This is looking good. Promising. Oh, underwater. Okay, well, I guess that'll work. We can just dump it in there. And we gotta clear this spot out. Maybe digging speed would be a good thing to invest in, actually. Broader shovel, 400. Increase shovel digging speed by 15% per level. That's not that much. Faster gun cooldown. Honestly, I think more gun. Yes, please. This is so much better. This is a good place to put the water. And also some more digging spots for when I run out of sand. Right over here. Lots and lots of dirt. Sick. Okay, so let's plan this out. I have knowledge of how this works. Now, I'm curious, are there any further foundation upgrades that I should be looking at? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see. Sweeper drone unlocks sweeper drones to easily collect materials from the ground. It's probably good. Can I, like, program them? Activity heat map. Unlocks the activity heat map on the map. Not sure what that means. Vacuum. Unlocks the vacuum to collect materials in a tank. Wow. Well, just a few more dollars and I'll be able to upgrade a whole bunch in this place. Frame that works like a slow conveyor belt, but moves things inside. Good for clearing elements off static surfaces or pushing floating objects, e.g. wet seed, in water. Huh. Interesting. Pyro dispenser. Okay, we're not going to worry about this stuff. We're going to start where we are right now, okay? So we're going to have a conveyor belt, I think, go like... I think if we can do this... Yeah. So that should push stuff to this launcher. In theory. Let's clear this a little bit. Dude, this thing is so neat. I kinda love it. Okay, launcher, which will go up nice and high, like this. And it will launch the wet sand. Okay, good. So that's the baseline, but we're going to get rid of it for now, because I don't want it to start, because that just clogs things up. It can just sit there jumping for joy. Okay, so we need a bunch of things, alright? First and foremost, we're going to start off doing what we normally do. We're going to take the wet sand, and we're going to send it through the shakers. Okay? We're going to make sure we have plenty of height. We don't want to be running out of space here. So we'll send these over here. Actually, you know what? We're going to go up even higher, because the shakers have to go down. We don't need much space on here. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to save us some headache. We're going to say that the only thing that can go down through this is sand. Because we don't want any dry sand clogging up the old systems. There we go. And then some shakers. Plenty of shakers. I want to make sure that I do this right. Okay. So here we're going to have a collector. You know what? I'm just going to be smart and save time. Oh, look at the boost. That's great. I'm going to be smart and save time and start sending some steam over. I could really use that. So let's go like this. I didn't even realize I have a radio menu. That's pretty neat. Okay, I'd like this to be less annoying, if I'm being honest. I wish I could fill in these gaps, you know? Alternate hold. Oh, perfect. Holding Alt makes them like that. Okay, I figured it out. No more wasted steam. Alright, we gotta get it all the way over here. It's a long way. So it needs to go up to... where's the start of the pool? Right here? I'm gonna just send up a little beacon of where this needs to get to. Hopefully it doesn't turn into... Oops. Is that the highest it can go? Hopefully it doesn't turn into water before it gets there. That'd be unfortunate. I mean, we're already up super high. We'll just have to see what happens. We're almost there. I think we're there. Let's just take a peek. This is where the top of it has to be. This is such a strange way of doing things, but it works. Bingo. I hope that this is gonna be okay. Alt. No, no, no. Why? Why is it not go? No. Alt. Okay, so... okay. So when going up, I'll need to press Alt. When going down, I need to not press Alt. Strange. And boom. Okay. That's all taken care of. Maybe I could make my flamethrower warmer so that it would get more steam faster. Just gonna do a quick test run. But I would like... This is a slow process, moving water. So, getting some going right now would not be a bad idea. And that should be good. So, here's my plan. If it does start to rain up here, because it gets too high, we're just gonna find the place at which it starts raining and make a ramp that leads it down. Oh! Well, that's actually kind of cool. It did start raining a little bit closer, which is okay, because I've got a solution. I'm just gonna make a ramp that brings the water in there. Easy peasy. You might actually just do that naturally, because it's so close. And now I know the exact height where it turns into water. That's just fantastic. And Alt. Neat. Okay. Well, that's great. We've got water set up. We'll be funneling it into here. Now let's continue working on the factory. So we've got residue. We need to get some burner things. Burner belts to burn the residue. And we'll have lovely burnt residue. We're going to make plenty because I just want to make sure all of it gets toasted. And we can fuel these up. Now I'm curious, if I go like this, can I just get all of them at once? That'd be pretty sick, eh? How's this? It's getting 20. It is going up. Not very fast. But how's this one? 64. Okay, yeah, it's fine. They're doing it pretty much the same speed. Get a little closer. There we go. And that'll charge them all up, and they don't lose temperature that fast, as we have seen. Nice. Okay, so then we're gonna have the burnt residue, and we're gonna have to crush it. That's gonna require the little setup that we had. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get a little more height here by sending the burnt residue in a launcher. Right up this way. So that we can have it fall onto these things. Nice and simple. Okay? We're going to go to 5. Build a little wall here just to keep stuff from falling out. And then we're going to do some pressing over here. Just a small thing. But we are going to need a rather deep collector, because that's how this works. It produces tons and tons of money. A large collector. And then from this, we're also going to be getting so many seeds. Which is great, but also annoying. So we're going to take this sorter and allow only seeds to go through. Like this. We're going to need to get rid of these. Get rid of this. Okay. So only seeds go this way. Everything else goes down. And everything else will be just simply gold. Sick. And I think we'll just try and find a spot to keep the seeds. Maybe we'll make a box for seeds. Because that's the next step, is planting flowers. Let's just get this going and see if it's working. Curious that there's sand here. Look at how much I can grab, though. Holy moly. I love this. Alright. Well, I think there's only one thing left to do. And that's to let this whole thing just start going. Right? Alright, here we go. Let's hope that I haven't overlooked anything and been real stupid. Okay. We're going to stand here and burn this while things start going. The wet sand is going up. The wet sand is being shaken. The wet sand is not being shaken. Hold the phone. What is going on? Is that a launcher? I built a launcher. They look too alike. Okay, I should have noticed something when it was looking like a launcher. Guys, calm down. I understand you think, oh, you did a stupid thing. It's gonna look real stupid. I know they don't look alike when you place them, and they make a noise. So you're all like, oh, ha, ha. He did a thing. I would never do that. Well, you know what? I'll bet that you would. You know? Nobody's perfect. And we're gonna let others through. Okay, edit last placed. I realized that that's a button I can press. So the only thing that's going to be allowed is regular sand. Edit last placed. Okay, the only thing allowed is sand. Apply. Sand go through, others go that way. Okay, now we're good to go. And boop. And now we're gonna stand here burning this while it goes. Right? Much better. Much, much better. That's what you'd like to see. Now we've got residue coming down. I hope that my trajectory here is good. You know, I'm just gonna, for safety's sake, put up a little wall. Keep on burning. So far we've got lots of wet sand, lots of gold, lots of residue, and it is burning. You'll love to see it. Then the burnt residue will be launched and put into the press, and then turned into seeds. I'm just going to sit here for a little bit to watch one full rotation. There we go. And there we have it. The seeds are going along. The burnt residue is turning into gold. I forgot to make this a collector. Oh no, my gold is not being counted. Here we go. Problem solved. So these are at 300 something. Should be plenty. And since this is like not got tons of burnt residue starting off, this will be able to keep up with it just fine. Sick. Okay, looks like everything's working just fine. I'm gonna go get some more water going because we really could use that. Yeah, for sure. I'm curious. Does the steam have a specific layer in the sky where it turns into water, or does it just say it has to go up a certain number of blocks? I'm guessing there's a certain level it has to get to, and not that it just has to go up a certain number of blocks. But if it was a certain number of blocks, while the surface level of the water gets lower, the rain would get lower. You see what I mean? And that's not something I really want to have happen. So maybe just to keep things safe, I will what? I'm gonna make the ramp that catches the rain a little longer, so that just in case it does come down a little sooner, it won't get wasted. Looks like it's all coming down in the same spot, so I don't think I need to do that. You know what? I'm gonna have faith. Because if it was me designing this game, I'd say, no, it's not dictated by the location of the water going up, but the location in the sky. Okay. Well, so far this is going super smoothly. We're getting lots of gold, lots of seeds. Well, since this is all going just fine, why don't we start working with seeds? Drop wet seed on the planter box to start growing flowers so that you can destroy to get gold and amethylus. Each wet seed gives exactly one flower. You can harvest it immediately. Waiting does not give you more. Okay, so I need wet seeds, just as I had previously thought. So I'm thinking, what if we share a little bit of water over here? Make a little pool, just a small one. And we can use this to water flowers. We'll drop the seeds into it. And then we'll have a conveyor belt. Bring the wet seeds to the planters. This is a new step of the process, so we gotta figure it out. But there's plenty of water to go around with that mountain over there. We'll just dump the sand into here. Get more gold. I'm realizing my collectors are woefully inadequate. It's just simple truth. I'm gonna share all the stuff. Share it all. Get the wet sand. Bring it over here closer. There it is. Nice. Okay. It's still raining. It's honestly very slow. Uh-oh. Do we have a backup? We've got too much wet sand. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That's okay. It just falls back down and goes back up, and eventually, when things catch up, it'll be fine. Let's just make this a little bit bigger, you know? We could combine the two collectors. You know what? That's a fantastic idea that I just had. Here we go. Look at this. And that's a kinetic press. This is a collector. Hello? Money. Just like this. We could even make it there. And we'll just do this. Fill in the gaps. Money, baby. And get rid of this wall. Fill in this gap. Get rid of this wall. Fill in this gap. That was a floor, but you know. Look at all the space for money. This is fantastic. Alright, so we've got our little seed pond down here. I think what we'll do is we'll make a little ramp. And then we'll, send them this way. And just dump them in, you know? Alt. To avoid gaps. Our water is filling up. Which is great. It's fantastic. You love to see it. We need this spot reserved for the seeds. It's gonna make that side of the lake fuller though, and I guess it'll just dump over the top into this lake, so it's not a real problem. This is going to go for a long time. And that's what you like to see. You like to see automation. We've got the conveyor belt, which is constantly feeding wet sand into it. Honestly, at this point, the conveyor belt isn't doing a single thing because all the sand is stuck. As soon as it gets a little lower, then it'll start working. But as of right now, it's kind of just sitting there. And this is overloaded. That's okay. The residue is getting backed up slightly. It seems to be kind of keeping up with it for the most part. Now, this is curious. How'd some residue get in there? Are these not burning at peak efficiency? Some slight residue gets through. Very, very odd. Huh. And that does cause a bit of a problem. Is there a way to deal with this? There is a temporary solution to it, which I think we will take advantage of right now. We're gonna say the only thing that can get through this is burnt residue. And the rest of it will get tossed off to the side. And that should work. Yeah, burnt residue's going down. And any residue that gets caught up there, let's just test it out, will be tossed over. And then I'll just manually put it back. Perfect. Okay. That's working just fine. And it will just land here and collect. Good. Okay. Another problem solved. We've got plenty of water here. We could probably start doing some plants. Let's clear this out just a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure what the process is for plants yet. We're gonna have to learn as we go. And get a little extra sand as we learn. Okay. Here we go. Seeds. Wet seeds. And now we're gonna close this up a little bit, because we don't need that many seeds right now. These are all wet. Okay, good. Plenty of wet seeds. Now we need to make the planter box. Drop wet seed on a planter box to start growing flowers that you can destroy to get gold. Okay. We're gonna do this a little freeform right at the start. We're gonna get a launcher somewhere like here. Launch them over there. The only thing that'll drop through will be... Okay, that's a little awkward. Hold on, hold on. Stop. Stop. Not yet. The only thing that will be allowed through will be regular seeds. The rest... Actually... How do I distribute them onto there? Because when they get off the conveyor belt, they'll just pile up. I could put these at an angle and they'll roll down. That might work. Let's think about this, actually. It's a little bit more tricky than I had thought. We're gonna need a little bit more space. So actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send these up to a conveyor belt where we can work in the open. On this lovely hill. Planter boxes will go... You can't have them go on a diagonal. Huh. So what does one do? Strange. Well, we're gonna have a gap here. This will only allow seeds through. I guess we're just gonna have to try. See what happens. Experiment. Oh, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Hold on, hold the phone. Stop. Why is it doing this? I'm clicking up here, and it puts it down there. What? Okay, we're good now. Okay, put the wet seeds back. Put the wet seeds back. There we go. And they will go along and get planted. Probably. And I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Is there any... Wet seeds grow. Interesting. I'm gonna just watch and observe. Also, let's just check on the thing. How's it going? We've only got a tiny bit of residue over here. That's fantastic. Things are working like a smooth operation. The way it should be. Alright. And I'll keep an eye on how much water we have here. And get ready to put in some more. We've got some plants growing. And then they can be destroyed. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Huh. I think I see what's going on here. Interesting. So I need something here to break these flowers. so that more can keep growing. I mean, it's working right now, doing it manually. Also, we've got this lovely purple material collecting. Might as well put it in a box, because I know it's going to come into play later. There we go. So I guess the flowers are going to be a manual thing for now. I'm going to think about the properties of it. Look at them grow. It sure does get very large. Wow. Growing many flowers, but we need to grow 4,000 of these things. This process does not make a lot of gold. That's kind of nice, if I'm being honest. Because I already have way too much gold. So let's think. What could make this process better? They don't allow me to build these in a diagonal down, but I could manually do it. You know? It could be done. Power dispenser. Unlocks the power dispenser, which fires flame bursts every 3 seconds when fueled by an adjacent thermal buffer. Now, will that burn the flowers? Potentially. Let's just find out if that's going to burn yield flowers. Oh, I have to decide its direction. Let's find out. Thermal buffer. And now, let's see. Burning the flowers does work. Okay. Thermal buffers. Get to working. Yeah, this is burning the flowers. Nice. So it looks like I don't need tons of planters. Very interesting. Oh, some of them are escaping. Let's just put some more facing down here with some more buffers. There we go. Just toast it up. Nice, 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 nice. And that'll burn the flowers. I hope it doesn't burn the seeds. How are they growing over there? What is going on? Hopefully the fire will just keep spreading to them. It seems that that's what's going on. Nice. Okay. Well, I think this is going smoothly. Starting to figure out the flower situation. I'm going to, real quick, make a bigger box for this purple stuff, because I can see that it's going to be a problem in the future. Away with ye. Beautiful petals. So my next thing is find an artifact. Ancient artifacts are scattered across the underground and give you access to powerful upgrades. That sounds lovely. Look at this factory. It's incredible. It's very efficient. I mean, it could be more efficient. Obviously, we're overloading it a little here. In my humble opinion, that is perfectly acceptable. Yeah. This is going great. We're growing flowers. We could make this faster. Man, there's so many petals. Interacts with steam dryer. I'm guessing that's not something I have access to yet. Aerokinetic fan. Unlocks the aerokinetic fan, which blows petals and powders through the air. Good for moving large piles of amethyllis. Clearing frame. Don't need that. Fluids. Unlocks the pipe, pump, and liquid vent. Well, that would have been very handy just a little while ago. Well, that'll be for the next factory. This is iteration 2. It's better, but it's not perfect. So we're going to earn tons of gold. We already have 3,200. We're earning lots and lots. And then we're going to buy all these upgrades. This is sick. This is just great. Fantastic, I would say. Oh, I just realized these things go through fire way faster than the other blocks. That's a little unfortunate, isn't it? Well, well, well. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have to work on that. But I think I'm gonna have to end this episode here. Fantastic progress done on this factory. We learned how to do flowers. We learned that you gotta burn them real good. And these thermal buffers are gonna need a lot more heat to them. There's gotta be a better way to transfer heat in the future. We'll just have to figure that out. But we're gonna have to do that next time. Super huge stuff. This game still continues to impress me. It's incredible. Oh, wow. When did this happen? That burned through that sand. Holy moly. Okay, well, we gotta keep this process going because I need more gold. Wow. Impressive. This factory is more efficient than I had previously anticipated. I'm gonna have to find out a better location to get some sand from. Well, I still got plenty to get from around here. Well, that was fantastic progress for today's episode, and we'll continue next time. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Sandustry. If you did, leave a like. And if you haven't already and you would like to, subscribe to see more Sandustry and all the other things I post right here on the channel. And as always, guys, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.